Hi guys, so today we're going to make two cards. This is the first card we're going to make, and this is the second card that we're going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thanks! Okay, so I'm going to be using the Hero Arts stamp set called Brush Strokes, and I'm just showing you some of the stamps right now. I'm going to start out with this large brush stroke, and I'm going to use Colorbox Poolside ink. And when I went to stamp it the first time, the little edge of the stamp stamped, so I just flipped it over and cleaned off my stamp and started over again. And I'm going to alternate the different directions that I stamp each line in when I change the colors. And so this time I'm going to use the green ink called Grasshopper. Don't mind my curly head sticking in the way there. Sorry. And now I'm going to be using a smaller stamp that's another brush stroke, and I'm using Pinkalicious. And then I'm going to use that same stamp, and this time I'm going to use Lemon Drop, and that's a really pretty yellow. And then I'm going to use the poolside again and stamp my heart. And I don't know if you noticed, but in the middle of the heart I got ink in it. And so see the smudge in the middle of the heart? Oh, that drives me absolutely crazy. I hate when that happens. But I do find a way to cover it up later. So now I'm going to be using the purple color, and I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. But I'm going to use the longer stamp again. And I'm just trying to stamp them in varying widths. And now I'm going back to the green, and then I believe I go back to the pink. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to show it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so yeah, the pink. So I'm just cleaning off my stamp, and now I am going to look for a piece of paper to use as my card base, and I go with this hot pink color, and it's from, I'm pretty sure it's from Paper Tray Ink, but I don't remember the color name. But I'm just going to go ahead and cut it down to a card, to a standard card base size, but it's the top fold. And I'm going to score it using my Score Buddy, which I absolutely love. That little thing is so handy. And the card base was a little bit, the card front was a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim it down until it has a little bit of a mat around the edge of it. And now I'm pulling out my little thingamajiggy container, and it's a ceramic thing that I got at like Ross or something, and I always put all my little shinies into that. Anything that's like shiny and doesn't really have a home, it just gets thrown into this little ceramic dish. And so I'm looking for something to cover up that smudge in the middle of that heart. And I kind of think I should have gone with the pink, but I went with the blue. I may go back and change it to the pink now though, because I think it looks better now that I see it on camera. So that is the first card. Stay tuned and we will start working on the second card. Thanks! Okay, so I'm going to be using this little circle stamp, and I'm embossing it with some white embossing powder by Zing. And this is a new technique for me. I don't usually play around much with embossing or distress inks or watercolors or anything like that, but I'm trying to get more into that because I'm finding it to be a lot of fun. So now I'm just going to grab another one of those brush stroke stamps, but a short one, and I'm going to kind of use it as the stem to my little flower, and I'm going to emboss that in white as well. And then in this stamp set there's a leaf, so I'm going to go ahead and use the leaf, and I'm going to emboss that in white also. And I think I probably should have done two leaves, but because the leaf is facing one way, I didn't think it would look right if I stamped it on the other side. So now that I've embossed it, I'm going to clean off my stamp and get some distress inks. and my craft mat so that I don't make a mess, or so that when I make a mess it's easier to clean up. So I've got some water, and I've got 3 different colors of distress ink. I've got worn lipstick, tumbled glass, and peeled paint, and I have a water brush there as well. So I'm just going to put some of the worn lipstick on the mat, and then I'm just painting it on the embossed image, and then I'm wiping it off with the paper towel. And then I'm going to use the peeled paint, and I'm spraying water in it, and then I'm just going to do the same thing for the stem and the leaf. And then I'm going to blot that off. Now I want to do the background, so I'm using the tumbled glass, and I'm just painting this all over, just messy, you know, no rhyme or reason. And I'm using Basil Basics something paper, I can't remember. But I really liked how it came out, but I wanted it to have more of a watercolor look, and I saw somebody else do this in a video, so I just blotted my card front down into the ink and water, and it left it more splotchy, and I really like how that looks. So now I'm just drying it with my heat tool and putting it on a card base, and then I'm going to find a sentiment to stamp on it. And this is an Amy R stamp set, and I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's like friendship sentiments or happy sentiments or something like that. I'll look it up, and then I'll try to remember to put it in the description box. So I tried to stamp it on a piece of paper, and then I was going to cut it out and put it on pop dots and put it on the card, but in the end I ended up just stamping it directly onto the card front because I didn't like the way that this looked. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this part out, and let you just see the finished card. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will be back soon with another video. Have a great day. Bye.